You're very welcome back. Well, hunger is setting in early, so we've asked Tara Walker, author of Good Food, No Stress, to whip us up something quick and tasty.
We're starting our Saturday lunch with goat's cheese stuffed mushrooms. You're welcome, Ireland. You're welcome. Come on, Tara.
Good morning, guys.
You've clearly read my memo. Goat's cheese. I love... Do you like goat's cheese?
Love goat's cheese.
Yes.
With
But I mean, you
anything.
can use any cheese you want in this. You know, we're using a nice kind of mild, soft goat's cheese. Quite a light dish, nice and summery.
Okay.
But maybe in the winter it might be nice to use a nice blue cheese, for example, or
Something richer.
maybe a brie or something like that. Yeah.
Could this be a side?
It could be
So
a side,
see, hoping that
absolutely, yeah.
sometimes meat with it.
Or if you had a vegetarian, maybe, let's say you were doing a barbecue or something, you know, with the burgers and all the rest, you could maybe bring this out for a vegetarian guest, you
And
know.
this absolutely
Good
is
idea.
in the style of the book, because there's no stress in
It
making
is
this,
definitely good food, no stress, absolutely. So first of all, I have my goat's cheese, my soft goat's cheese. I'm just going to give it a little mash up with a fork. And next up I have some breadcrumbs. Now, if you had someone who was maybe gluten-free, you could use some nuts instead.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily put the nuts in here, but maybe just some nice toasted pine nuts or hazelnuts sprinkled over at the end would
And are
be
you
nice.
looking for... Well, with breadcrumbs, are you looking for a flavour, or are you looking for something just to bind the mix?
A little bit of binding, but also a bit of a crunch there because
Bit
we
of
pop it into
texture.
the oven. Exactly,
Very
yeah.
good.
Now, some nice flat leaf parsley, some lemon zest, some black pepper and salt. And we're just going to basically pop it onto the mushrooms. I've taken the stalks out there. And even if you couldn't get the flat cap or the portobello mushrooms, you could just use normal mushrooms.
Yeah.
It works quite well with those. I've done it with those myself, you know.
Okay.
So just giving it a mash up.
It does look a little bit fancier, doesn't it? A bit more dramatic with the bigger
Yeah, and I mean,
mushrooms.
they're lovely and juicy as well, you know. So we're just going to pop them on. Pop that mixture
Can I
on.
ask you a mushroom-related question? I look like David
gosh.
Bellamy here hidden in the bush.
I will try to answer.
Okay, well,
You're foraging for the
Can you
mushrooms.
see him?
Do you peel or not peel? Where are you on that? The
I
cleaning
would.
mushrooms
Actually,
and-
good question. Look, they're pretty nice, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
If the mushroom was
So they're
getting
not
a little
peeled,
bit...
but they're
no.
clean.
If it was getting a bit older, look, there's even a little bit there. If it was getting a bit older, what you can do is just take those bits off like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then, you know, you can use a knife and do it more tidily than that.
I've always
Yeah.
done peel mushrooms.
peeled them.
They said, well, what are you peeling them for?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
one
just
thing I'd
do.
never do is wash them,
No,
if
yeah,
possible
yeah.
at all, because they really are spongy and they just absorb all the water,
Yeah.
and then they lose their flavour and their
Yeah.
juice. You know, they just become kind of like very soggy, really. You know,
And
and
of
you
course,
don't
that
want
works
that.
then for this, Tara, because the mushrooms are going to take on all the flavour of that cheese.
Exactly,
They're
exactly.
going to shock it up.
So, how easy was that? And then we're just going to pop them into the
It's
oven.
good food, no stress, Tara.
Yes,
What can you say?
and-
That's exactly it. How long do they go into the oven for, Tara?
15 to 20 minutes. It probably depends on the size of your mushrooms. You know, obviously the bigger, thicker ones are going to take a little bit
Take longer, yeah.
And here they are. And I love just serving these just very simply with a bit of sort of very lightly dressed salad. So I've got some nice rocket here.
You've got
from
a
the
lot of
garden.
rocket, in fairness.
Yes. But to be fair, this is so nice when you just pick it like this. At this time of year, why not use the lovely fresh produce that's available, because
Yeah.
we won't get it the rest of the time. So just pop them out.
Smell that rocket together.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And because it's so fresh, I'm not even going to dress it, but you could, if you had something that was from a bag or whatever, just a little bit of lemon juice and a light olive oil would be nice on that.
Right, I'm going to remove the hedge.
I like the way you're about to serve this, Tara. So would
Yeah.
you serve this as a starter?
Yeah, sometimes if I just wanted a light kind of tea, I'd serve it, maybe two of them, just with some nice leaves, or a little starter. And if you wanted to use smaller mushrooms, they're quite a nice canapé as well, so you can pop them
Yeah.
on a tray and, you know, small enough that people can just pop them
Clever.
into the mouth. Yeah. So, and I just want to give a mention to the Maritime Festival in Drogheda, which is taking place next Saturday and Sunday. And I'm going to be doing a cookery demonstration both days.
where's
Of
it
all
on,
of
Tara?
it's on in Drogheda. It's actually gorgeous. It's on the quays.
Down at the port,
Lovely.
is it?
Yeah,
Lovely.
which is not usually open, right under the viaduct.
Oh, very nice.
You know, the big old,
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
train bridge there. And it's a really nice family day out. But I just want to say, anyone who's around the Drogheda area, come down, because I'm going to be doing lots of recipes from Good Food, No Stress.
Is that your way of telling
Yes.
us you're not with us next
got me
weekend?
It is, yes.
Oh, it's not good enough.
Sorry,
Now, Tara.
maybe better off that I'm not with you next weekend, wrecking the place like this.
Yeah, here.
Now, okay, have a taste,
That
guys.
looks gorgeous. Lovely. I like the way you've served that.
Yeah, and I just think there's enough flavour going on with everything there that you don't need to kind of go heavy with the dressing or the sides or whatever. You know, you don't need tomatoes or anything like that.